As is the norm these days, every manufacturer builds a high-performance version of its medium hatchback in the hope of a halo effect, with such examples as the Peugeot 308T, Ford Focus Street and Volkswagen Golf GT. So can Hyundai achieve the same with i30 Turbo? So does the addition of a turbo deliver a race car, like the Honda Civic Type R, or a more rounded performance version such as the Kia cee'd GT? Read the full Hyundai i30 Turbo review to find out if it is better than its rivals. Hyundai i30 Turbo suits families more than racing drivers. For the die-hard petrol-head fan, the Hyundai i30 Turbo may disappoint. The driving experience lacks the visceral experience that the focused high-performance hatches have, such as the Renault Sport Megane or the newer Honda Civic Type R, whose performance is very hard-edged. The good news is that the suspension isn't rock hard or the power delivery savage, leaving drivers to wrestle with a wayward steering wheel and bouncing around the interior. It's a softer, more rounded performance that's better suited to family life on the road, and buyers can also choose a more practical 5-door version or opt for a sportier-looking 3-door. Powerful engine is easy to use. While the 1.6-liter turbo engine is not the most powerful compared to its rivals, it is very user-friendly. Power builds progressively and the car delivers it in a smooth linear way. The driver always feels in control and there are no flat spots or massive peaks in power delivery. To put things in context, the Hyundai i30 Turbo hatchback delivers 183 bhp, while rivals such as the Ford Focus Street uses a 2-liter turbo engine to produce 246 bhp. Even less hard-edge performance hatchbacks pack a greater power punch, such as the Peugeot 308T, which delivers 248 bhp from its 1.6-liter engine. Practicality and neat touches on view. The boot is a decent size and the shape means most common items will fit in, such as a large family suitcase or child's pushchair. There is a couple of lift-up covers at the side of the boot floor to stow smaller items out of sight, handy for small valuables such as tablets or handbags. Inside the cabin, Hyundai has attempted to differentiate the i30 Turbo from its siblings with the addition of contrasting red stitching on the seats, door armrests, gear stick gaiter and steering wheel. There is a red rim to the engine stop-start button and red panel inserts on the front and rear seats. It helps lift the cabin from just looking well made to being a more interesting place to be. While build quality impresses in the cabin, the cheap plastic in the boot and on the rear seat backs don't. Lots of standard kit with easy-to-use functions as you would expect on a top-of-the-range car. There is a lot of kit that comes as standard, including some surprise ones, but also some equipment is missing that you would expect to find. The central dash is logically laid out and easy to find your way around, plus the large buttons easy to read and use. So it is easy to find the heated front seats button, 3 settings, heated steering wheel and heated rear windscreen, plus demister for the front screen. Strangely no DAB radio though, just FM and AM. Hyundai i30 review to find out whether it is the right blend of family car and performance car. New 1.6-liter turbo engine produces over 183 bhp and comes with a 6-speed manual. Engine is smaller and not as powerful as some rivals. Running costs claimed at nearly 39 miles per gallon and first-year road tax cost of £295. The Hyundai i30 performance is delivered by its 1.6-liter turbocharged petrol engine, which is capable of quick acceleration of 62 miles per hour in 8 seconds and a rapid cruising speed. Top speed is 136 miles per hour. The nature of the delivery is a bit uninvolving though. There are no major steps in power delivery and you never feel you are shoved back in your seat. That's not to say it isn't quick. Traffic light getaways can be delivered easily and the speedo can reveal you are going quicker than you thought. 6-speed manual only option. The i30 Turbo is fitted with a 6-speed manual. There's no semi-automatic gearbox option where you can change gears sequentially or with paddle shifters mounted behind the steering wheel. The 6-speed manual provides precise gear changes, but they never feel as mechanically engaging as some brands' manual gearboxes, such as the Honda Civic Type R or Mazda MX-5. That said, the gears change cleanly and you're never in danger of missing one. Car fitted with sports suspension and more direct steering improves handling and delivers quicker turn into corners. Not a very engaging drive overall though, as you would expect of a more performance-focused car. The Hyundai i30 Turbo handling is vastly better than the standard Hyundai i30 hatchback sibling. The car is fitted with sports suspension that both lowers the car's ride height and stiffens the chassis to limit the amount of body roll. It's hard to get a feel for how the car is handling or how much grip the tires have, but turn in quickly to a roundabout and the car is quick to respond. It also holds a very tight line and there is plenty of grip. It's just hard to feel how well the tires are sinking their tread into the tarmac. Compromise of handling and ride comfort. Ride is harder and more likely to bounce off bumps in the road compared to the standard Hyundai i30 hatchback, but it's not rock-hard suspension that crashes over every single imperfection in the road. Neat stylish touches. Lift cabin design. Speedo and rev counter dominate driver's eye view. Multi-function steering wheel festooned with buttons. The standard i30 offers a neat, welled-out console and central display, so no surprise the Hyundai i30 Turbo builds on this. There are some neat and stylish touches such as the seat upholstery with its red panel inserts and contrast red stitching. That stitching extends to the steering wheel, gear stick gaiter and armrests. Further touches include a red rim to the start button, alloy foot pedals, and the speedo and rev counter are housed under a short shroud to mimic a motorcycle's dial setup. The combined effect lifts the cabin out of the mundane into the interesting and it feels like it is a great place to be. Multifunction steering with multi-controls. There is also a multifunction steering wheel with buttons to control audio, cruise control and heating for the steering wheel. Given the plethora of buttons it's a bit of an overload and takes time and dexterity to know which button to press for what. Good levels of comfort for a hatchback. Front sports seats are snug and supportive. Room in the back for 2 adults as far as medium, popular hatchbacks go. Hyundai i30 Turbo comfort levels won't disappoint. What lifts the i30 Turbo above the standard Hyundai i30 hatchback is the provision of front sports seats. These provide better side supports and feel much more snug. Adjustment is manual and works for tilt, forwards, backwards and height. Combined with a steering wheel that is adjustable for both reach and rake, securing a comfortable driving position should be possible for most people. Space in the back is good, though long-legged people may find room tight, especially if there are tall people up front. The backs of the front seats have been shaped to allow more leg space, but rear room remains snug at best. Top-of-the-range model boasts highest amount of standard kit, includes sports seats with mock leather and red cloth inserts. Few optional extras available. This performance version sits at the top of the range, so no surprise that Hyundai i30 Turbo standard equipment is better than the premium version of the i30 range. This is mostly to do with the sports kit fitted to the Turbo, including body kit, large 18-inch alloy wheels, alloy driving pedals, interior lights for rear passengers and in the boot, sports bucket seats, and sliding armrests between driver and front passenger. There are design touches bespoke to the Turbo model, including the contrast stitching on seats, steering wheel and door armrests, colored trim around stop-start button, and colored cloth inserts on the seats. The 5-door version enjoys a 12-volt power point in the boot over the 3-door. But otherwise both body styles secure the same kit lineup. Hyundai i30 Turbo optional accessories. There's not a lot. You can choose a metallic paint and pay extra for a fixed price servicing schedule, plus there are boot liners, tidy organizers and European travel packs to help with ownership. Lots of safety kit as standard includes 7 airbags, 2 ICE points and electronic stability system. The standard hatchback performed very well in the Euro NCAP crash assessment and was awarded the full 5 stars for protection. So buyers can take every confidence in the Hyundai i30 Turbo safety levels, especially as it comes with 7 airbags as standard, ABS and 2 other brake systems designed to maximize braking efficiency. There's also an electronic stability program fitted as standard to help the driver keep the car under control in emergency braking and obstacle avoidance situations. Hyundai i30 Turbo can fit 2 ICE-Fix kid seats. Parents can use 2 child seats with ICE-Fix connections on the outer rear seats, and there are seat belt reminders for all 5 seats. Plenty of stowage areas in the front and back. 2 power points up front but none in the back. A good-sized boot plus secret stowage areas and power point. Any medium-sized hatchback should prove a useful set of wheels for a family. and the Hyundai i30 Turbo practicality levels certainly don't disappoint. First up, there are plenty of storage areas including on the door bins with room for a drinks bottle, 2 cup holders in the center console, 2 12-volt power points for plug-in phone chargers or the like, plus a couple of useful trays for things like wallets and keys sit in front of the gear change. Storage for rear seat passengers plus secret hideaways in boot. Rear seat passengers secure a couple of drink holders. Small bottles or cans will fit in the fold-down armrest. There are elasticated net pockets on the backs of the front seats plus a small storage area in the door bins. Boot space is of a decent size and one of the best in class, plus there are 2 underfloor storage areas on either side of the main boot floor. They're shallow but big enough for a tablet computer or small flat bag, and ideal for hiding valuables out of sight.